tomorrow's 3-day candle closure is going to be critically important for the GTII asset. Let's go ahead and find out what the potentials are for the following sessions. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with the GTII technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this Hump Day Wednesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community and Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, so GTII. Yes, first of all, yesterday we did imply a potential pullback to about $1.93, of which we did get, right? So now we're closing at about 189 or 188, so which is still, 189, right? So which is still within the area that we were looking for, okay? So essentially bounced from this support line from the ascending channel that we're riding, right? This one right over here. Okay, so we're right at that bottom of that downside. Of course, it's going to be a little timely for us to finally validate this area before a continuation to the upside. I would like to note that we are now making that first bar. Actually, well, I mean, since we have these two last bars, right, from the last days, we have the green bar above the moving average, so things are looking good. The buy pressure is coming back in for the GTII asset, okay? So this is a very good thing. All right, so this is in the after hours. Of course, it's just a little bit of volume in there, but still very, very important for us to cross that moving average of the volume. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart. Okay, so just like I said, guys, the three day candle is just of critical importance here. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because in 17 hours and 29 minutes, which is essentially tomorrow, that candle will close, which is this one that we're at right now, and we're then going to start to see what happened here with momentum and volatility. Okay, so ideally we want volatility to continue to the downside, you know, to continue contracting here, and we also want for the 3-day momentum oscillator to be pivoted further to the upside, thus validating a continuation to the upside statistically speaking per a backtest of volatility versus momentum in the 3-day chart throughout the entire trading history of the GTII asset since about 1994. Okay, so definitely remember the metrics right over here. Okay, so the conditions are anytime that we have expanded into critical expansion, which is within the 90 percentile, and paired with a momentum oscillator pivoted towards the upside, we have gotten an averaged move over the span of about 22 and a half days of about 971.33%. And that accuracy is sitting right now at about 67.74%. So it's not perfect, but it's still very good to consider within our probabilities. Okay, so, and remember that they are probabilities, okay, statistics. They are not certainties whatsoever. We just have to take them as such, and we have to respect what the data says because it is for a reason. Okay, you guys, so yes, let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart. So upon the closure of that 3-day candle iteration, very likely the 5-day will also end at that same place. Okay, so meaning that we would then have closed our first 5-day candle above the broadening descending wedge newly converted resistance into now a support, which is an absolute bullish statement coming out of the GTII asset, okay, and another validator for a continuation to the upside. Okay, so things are looking not bad whatsoever. Okay, you guys, so now let's go ahead and reference the RSI, which is the last part of the analysis. Okay, so just like always, let's go to the 30-minute immediate short term and see what it's got for us. Okay, so 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, looking like we have a little bit of resistance here from that 14-day simple. Please remember that it is short-lived, so this is likely to live really early in the session, and we would then see what can happen within this time frame. Okay, so but please go ahead and notice that the 4-hour time frame, it's a very small pivot here. It is below the 14-day simple, which could still be suggesting a little bit of a slight pullback and or a continuation to validate a few areas of which I already have an idea as to where it can be. Okay, so another thing here on the 8-hour, we are facing a little bit of resistance from the 14-day simple, and what's essentially validating that downside is, let's see, come on. There we go. So the 12-hour is actually right at that support, but what's validating the downside here for the shorter time frames is essentially the daily, as we do have that 14-day simple moving average below us. Okay, so the span of this area here only makes me believe that we are in the process of coming back to validate the breakout out of this pennant. Okay, so meaning that we would actually come back down to test this, let's see, to test probably the 178, 179 area before a continuation onto the upside. It doesn't always have to happen, but it's very, very often to where we do break out of a key resistance and come back and validate that resistance as a form of support before a continuation to the upside. Okay, so it's still looking pretty good in my opinion. All right, so now let's go ahead and reference so this is the 3-day, still suggesting a little bit of a downside as well, and now the 5-day still with an upside pivot. Okay, you guys, so tomorrow we will see what the 3-day and the 5-day RSI have done upon the closure of those candles. We will also take note of what would essentially happen with the 3-day. Let's see, volatility versus momentum. This one right over here. So we're then gonna see what happened with this 3-day closure here. Okay, so it's very critical for us to see what that next move is going to be. Okay, you guys, so please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. Okay, you guys, if you guys just refer to the links in the description below, you'll find the Twitter link and the ARCa Bulls Discord trading community. Okay, you guys, so go ahead and refer to those links and join up and say hi to me or say hi to the community. Very nice bunch of people there. Okay, you guys, so we might as well just keep it short and sweet here. I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.